Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be talking about the Blue Night Wave Spell, and I do apologize to all of you who follow the wave spells very avidly. We are a little bit late on this one. It began on the 2nd of March with that beautiful new moon in Pisces, but it will be going all the way through until the 14th of March. And then on the 15th, we're going to switch into the Yellow Warrior Wave Spell. So we still got some time left with this wave spell. We're going to feel it out. We're going to talk about these energies, and we're going to pull some cards on what we can expect as we move through and navigate these energies. Within this wave spell, we still have 2 galactic activation portals remaining. We're going to have one of those on March 8th, and that's going to be the Red Resonant Moon Galactic Activation Portal. And then on March 11th, we're going to have an activation portal with the Yellow Planetary Human Energy or Galactic Signature. And if you want to find out what your own personal galactic signature is, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to 13moon.com. And you can plug in your birth information. It's very similar to a zodiac sign. It gives you just another understanding of your energy based on the day that you were born and based on the specific galactic energy that was present on the day that you chose to incarnate on this planet. And we work with these wave spells, which are 13-day periods of energy that cycle through as we move through each spin of galactic time. So this Blue Night Wave Spell is the 15th wave spell of the Dreamspell journey and the 3rd one of the Yellow Southern Castle of Giving, which is the 4th castle of the Dreamspell count. The Yellow Castle of Giving represents the Court of Intelligence, and it covers 4 wave spells: Red Earth, White Dog, Blue Night, and Yellow Warrior, from kin 157 until kin 208. Through giving, the planetary kin attain the power of ascending. And so there are 5 castles total in each dream spell journey, or each spin of galactic time. And we are within that 4th castle right now, in the 3rd wave spell of that 4th castle. In the Dreamspell Transcreation, the solar seal of night is inspired on the Maya glyph of Akbal, which exactly signifies night or darkness, and represents the celestial serpent dawn and between night and day. In the Dreamspell, the blue night is the solar seal number 3, and it is associated with the color blue, being part of the blue root race of the spiritual transformers. The blue night has the action of dreaming, the essence of intuition, and the power of abundance. The wave spell of the Blue Night invites us to tune in the original dream spell of our existence, the place from where we came, the place which we will return to after death. This wave spell helps us to connect with the celestial source of our archetypal self. Let us follow the synchronic signs through our spiritual intuition in order to attract the great spiritual abundance from above. Let us unify in order to dream spell. Very cute and clever there. And what's fun about following these dream spells is we see how the energy interplays with the astrology and with all of the other energies that we're feeling out and channeling for. So this Blue Night Wave spell is perfect as we are in the midst of Pisces season right now. And like we said, it was kicked off by that new moon in Pisces. So we're really feeling into this Piscean energy. Think about the moon card in the tarot. All right, think about the energy of the high priestess, right? The mystery, going within and taking that journey through and into the divine feminine. We're going to read a little bit more about this from the Astro Dream Advisor. And I will have linked in the description box below for you guys the day-by-day guide through this wave spell, where you can incorporate the energy of each specific day's galactic signature under the umbrella of the Blue Night, and really work through these energies and get a deeper understanding of how to work with them. And so the ultimate goal as we're working with this galactic calendar is to move outside of linear time and into galactic time and have an experience of evolution every single time that galactic wheel spins. Blue Night is the dark mystery within, the journey into self, that place to which you can always retreat to garner the gifts of your process subjectively. You are being asked to enter into and explore your process subjectively. Blue Night is the immense field of potential found in the depths of human emotion and feeling. The touch of Blue Night is like the moment you crawl into bed and feel yourself surrounded by warmth, darkness, and peace. Blue Night's abyss holds the potent evolutionary playing field of all possibility. Here, as in the Aboriginal dream time, there are no distinction between then and now, real or imagined, dream or dreamer. In this expanded field, all things are not only possible, but are constantly in the process of creation. In the framework of dreamtime, limiting constructs of ordinary reality, such as time, space, and linear causality, are freed into an expanded system with unlimited access to all realities. And so I'm already feeling with this specific Blue Night wave spell, and we're already into it, so you guys have already experienced this. A lot of astral travel, traveling between dimensions, traveling between realities, being able to hop through timelines with ease and dexterity. If you are practiced at this lucid dreaming, this is a great time if you've been called or drawn toward lucid dreaming to practice that and to really keep a dream journal. Keep track of your dreams and what your dreams are trying to tell you. And remember, this energy, this is that divine feminine energy, right? That lunar energy. This is that energy as we're working with the night, the darkness, the blackness, the void. The void is where all creation begins, right? It's where all endless possibility resides. It is the great eternal sacred womb. And so this is the energy that we're working with and we're gaining a deeper access to during this Blue Night wave spell, which is happening, as we said, during Pisces season, of course. Dreamtime holds powerful opportunities. We've got Mercury in Pisces too, which absolutely helps because our mind is already in this fluid state. It is a field where potential past and future are held in the same matrix as the present moment. If such a construct is foreign to you, stretch your mind and entertain the possibility that you could help to dream a different reality into being, which is exactly what we're doing, right? Enter into the mystery where reality is actually created, right? Enter into that womb. In becoming a conscious dreamer, you can assist in literally creating a new reality for yourself, as well as contributing to the larger dream that is emerging. By focusing on this creation, your thoughts and intentions are projected at superliminal speeds across the crystal grid network that encompasses universes. This energetic field of seeds supports and empowers the creation of an unfolding reality. And it's also coming through right now. During this wave spell, it's going to be a really powerful practice. If we can not only practice with lucid dreaming and writing down our dreams, right, really connecting with our dreams and working with them and utilizing them and tapping into those of us who are dream walkers and night walkers are really going to be feeling this. But absolutely everyone can adopt the simple practice right now and carry this through beyond the wave spell. But adopt this practice of really when you are going to bed, those 20 minutes before you fall asleep, as well as perhaps if you like 20 minutes when you wake up in the morning, but absolutely those 20 minutes before you fall asleep, really begin creating and cultivating your reality in that time. Work with reality creation. Work with the daydreaming, right? You're in that in-between space, right? That place in between day and night when you're getting ready to fall asleep. So really start creating, start visualizing, start imagining the reality that you're wishing to create for yourself and the world in that time, and really set the stage for your dream time by consciously directing your thoughts as you fall asleep. And this is going to have a huge effect on what you dream about, what happens during your dream time, as well as the way that you wake up in the morning as well. All right. At a certain point, when a critical threshold of energy has been focused on a clear intent, such as world peace or the new 5D Earth, right? The underlying constructs of reality shift and a new reality begins filtering into human experience. Make no mistake, great change is seeded by conscious dreamers who understand and know that they are co-creating the larger dream. Among other things, the dream field will bring into the surface your psychological polarities and core issues. These are the belief constructs you learn from society and experience, such as likes and dislikes, values and attitudes. You naturally attract the situation that promises integration, but through conditioning and habitual behavior, you may choose to compensate, staying in a fixed pattern to protect your position. This choice will create only momentary relief because the issues will keep being drawn back to be integrated. Thus, you may often find whatever is blocked or hidden manifesting into your consciousness through a dream, a body symptom, or a relationship. Often you may resist the new and the unknown. You may avoid getting over your growth edge. because it may be asking for a shift in your underlying belief structures. Yet profound growth is possible through working with this charged material. Through following it into the darkness, you bring into the dream field the light that will carry you to wholeness and fulfillment. So really working through those deeper psychological issues, right? Those deeper belief systems and programming in the dream time. And also working with the energy of becoming the conscious dreamer, right? We dream a dream while we're asleep, and we dream a dream while we're awake, right? In working with the growth edge in your dream time, it is often important to catalyze enough energy to free the stuckness and fixed patterns. By following or amplifying the feeling, your increased awareness will lead to the root of the issue that has been separated from consciousness. Hidden within the unused channels of your perception are clues to the mystery that will integrate and release the restrictive pattern. A meditation for Blue Night is, I am the darkness that is the light, and the stillness that is the dancing. This meditation perfectly describes the paradoxical energy of Blue Night, the place of darkness from which all light emanates, the no-form abyss that contains all possibility. In finding the still point of Blue Night, you can access any expression of the light. The energy of Blue Night simply asks you to be still, to allow that expression to take shape from the darkness. From the darkness of Blue Night emerges the essence self. Sit in stillness, embracing the journey of insight and integration. The color of Blue Night is black, which represents the womb of the larger self, the receptive condition necessary to receive the light fully. Black is also an access route to the wisdom of the unconscious, the mystery of the abyss, where you can tap into the collective dream field for insight and creative ideas. Blue Night also includes the shades of gray, symbolic of the merging of light with darkness. If you wish to work with the energy of Blue Night, visualize black. And so we have this energy also of following the feelings that they're talking about here, right? So really, really digging deep into that divine feminine, that receptivity, that intuition. Let's see what else we have here. That surrender. Blue Night, knower of the night, keeper of the unconscious house, offers dream time as a lens for processing waking reality. Behind the doors of your dreams are powerful symbols of self, dancing in masks and metaphors. Blue Night asks you to explore the symbols in your dreams. There are many systems for working with dream imagery, from Jungian dream work to shamanism. One simple way is to look at a dream as if you were each aspect of it. Enact or become various parts of the dream in turn, bringing the unconscious material to conscious awareness. Writing, toning, dancing, and doodling can all help to integrate your unconscious dream images. If you have difficulty remembering your dreams, a helpful procedure is to set an alarm clock for an hour earlier than your normal waking time. Ooh, this is good, you guys. After the alarm rings, consciously go back to sleep, focusing on your dream process. Then when you awaken, tape record or explore in a journal what you have received. Ask for guidance to be revealed in your dreams. Often the last image you receive offers a key metaphor that can guide you. And this alarm clock thing, and this is the first time I'm reading this, this is a really good idea, because I've become aware that people who wake often tend to remember their dreams more. And so if you wake yourself up before the normal time that you would wake up, you're likely to catch yourself in a dream state. Let's see here. Dreaming is the nexus where your personal mythology and universal archetypal realities merge. Blue Night represents the sanctuary where the journey into self interfaces with the larger hologram. Within the larger dream, we are now birthing dimensional realities are shifting and blending. Perhaps you have believed that your dream life was separate from your waking life. As you work with your dreams, this belief may change dramatically. Don't be surprised if you begin to discover leaky margins between perceptually separate realities and much more bleed through between your dreams and your conscious waking state. Now realities are merging. In the emerging reality construct, you are literally dreaming both your personal myth and the greater meta myth into existence. A powerful way of gaining insight into the nature of reality is through Tibetan dream yoga, or lucid dreaming. This is the practice of focusing conscious awareness on the illusory nature of reality, becoming lucid in life. It can be experienced in either the waking or the dream state, primarily through realizing that life is all a dream. In the dream state, this may seem easier because you experience the illusion of the dream as well as the freedom it offers. In lucid dreaming, you apprehend or recognize the dream while dreaming. This practice is the art of bringing your consciousness into the dream, purposefully altering it while learning about the transparent and illusory nature of reality. Through conscious dreaming, you are free to explore, create, and allow all realities. Dream yoga is like sinking through the eye of a needle, threading your consciousness into different realities. As you become absorbed into the symbols and metaphors of the dream itself, you gain the gifts that each metaphor symbolically holds. Through such absorption, you are freed from attachments and the feeling of separation. You become one with truth. By freeing yourself from attachments, you discover your unobstructed nature. The Dreamtime Matrix unfolds in waking reality as well as in sleep. All that you are and all that you hold, from issues and beliefs to hopes and dreams, shapes your personal dream field. From this field, you attract that which brings about your completion and wholeness. Blue Knight invites you to bring the issues to bring the issues in your dream field out of the darkness and into conscious awareness. One example of such an issue might be unstated anger. If you hold unexpressed anger, someone in your immediate dream time will probably pick up that issue and mirror it for you so that you can observe and learn from it. This is the nature of spiritual evolution. Each part of the hologram reflects every other part, so that each can be observed and learned from. Bringing these hidden parts into conscious awareness gives you the opportunity to transform them. We're going to read the affirmation for Blue Knight, Blue Magnetic Knight, which kicked off this wave spell. And then I want to read you a little quote down here about abundance, because this wave spell is also associated with abundance. And so the affirmation for Blue Magnetic Knight is, I unify in order to dream, attracting intuition. I seal the input of abundance with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. And this wave spell is also inviting us to step into the energy of abundance. And so what does abundance mean to you? How can you cultivate that? How can you cultivate and utilize the energy of gratitude in your daily life in order to increase your abundance and your appreciation of it, right? Because what use is abundance if we can't appreciate it? And so the quote here by the Venerable Dhyani Wahoo says, acknowledge the abundance in our life. It creates waves of grace on which to move in the world. Generosity means giving, and it begins in the heart by affirming confidence in the abundance of the universe. Abundance flows in a circle. So when you fear and think scarcity thoughts, then the flow of abundance in our lives becomes constricted. Generous actions from a generous heart bring peace and abundance for you and all in the circle. Recognize that you always have something to give, and then share it with others. All right, so I think in honor of this wave spell, we're going to pull from the Dream Oracle deck. See what we can get here. And then we may do some wisdom of the house of the night as well. We'll see what we're feeling after we pull a couple of these. What guidance do we have for this Blue Knight wave spell? What guidance? These cards are really fun too, because you can use them to decode your dreams as well if you look up the symbol or the archetype that showed up in your dream. First card out is Child. Give yourself permission to play. All right? And I'm feeling like this is playing while you're creating as well, and playing within your dreams, especially if you're lucid dreaming. Like, have some fun playing and exploring in that dream time. And have some fun playing and exploring in your outer reality as well. A lot of us, we are so immersed in everything that we came here to do, right? We've become human doings instead of human beings. And so this wave spell is also inviting us to allow ourselves to be human beings for a little bit. And to allow ourselves to embrace, to play and embrace our inner child. I'm looking into this card because it's really, there's a lot going on here. It's like you see her handprint here up in the clouds. It's like this cosmic imprint that she's placing on reality. This is like the wave. This is showing the power of our dreams, right? And the wave of that energy, what that creates. When we're in that place of joy as well, right? When we're in that playful place, it magnifies our energy tenfold. And it really helps to bring our dreams into greater fruition. So this is also like, think of what you dreamed of when you were a child. For some people, this is going to have to do with like recurring dreams that you had. And for others, this is like, what did you dream of becoming? What did you dream of doing? What was fulfillment? What brought you joy as a child? How can you return to some of that energy? Yeah, then we have house, home here. Come home to the residence of your soul resonance. So there's a lot with the child and the home here. This is a lot of childhood energy. So we may be healing a lot of childhood energy, possibly childhood trauma during this dream spell. That may be coming to the surface, seeing how things are so deeply rooted, right? Like our beliefs. I talked about beliefs a little bit in there. We've been talking about beliefs a lot lately, right? Where those beliefs were created or rooted in our childhood. And this is also like really cultivating and caring for the foundation of the self during this wave spell. It's very Cancerian energy, right? I'm thinking with the house here of like the 4th house. There's a lot with home and family. There's a lot with returning home to ourselves. Finding and embracing the lost parts of ourselves. And it's for a lot of us, the part of ourselves that we lost was that inner child, right? Was that playfulness. Was that joy. So really reconnecting back to that joy as we move through this wave spell, to that lightheartedness. It's like releasing some of the heaviness that we've taken on, that burden. The burden of, I want to say like the burden of adulthood, right? This is, yeah, just learning how to find that home within ourselves. And I feel like there's some people watching this who have been traveling, or you've been away from home for too long. Whatever that means to you, whether it's literally away from home for too long, or whether it's like this home within yourself you lost for a long time and you're finally beginning to come back to it. Right? You're finally beginning to feel like yourself again. And you're calling more of your true self and your true essence, right? Your essence self, as it likes to say in here, back into your body, back into your reality. And for some people, this is literally during this wave spell, you're going to be called to make your home a more comfortable place. Make your home a place that you want to be again, right? Like create that safety, stability, and security for yourself. Like I said, very Cancerian energies that I'm picking up on. Now we have money. Discover the source of your true power. This is about value. This is about worth. Where is it that you've been giving your power away? And for a lot of people, I feel like one thing that you're coming to recognize during this wave spell is like, you know, there's that old phrase, right? Time is money. And so another way to look at that is like, our time is our most valuable resource, right? And that's why when we, the way that we spend our time is so much more important than the way that we spend our money, right? Like money is a compensation for time that we've given away. So for in like a traditional reality, right? So like if you go to a job and the job doesn't really have a whole lot of meaning for you, you're not gaining a whole lot out of that job except for the money. You're essentially being traded a certain dollar amount for the investment of your time, which you will never get back, right? Time is one of the only things we will never get back in this three-dimensional reality. And so it's like where you're beginning to realize, perhaps some people during this wave spell, like, where is it that you've been trading your time for a certain monetary amount and it's just not enough, it's not worth it? Because it's robbing you of your it's like, it may be providing a certain sense of outer security, but it's robbing you of your joy. And it's like you've been giving away your power to it. This is also where some people during this wave spell are really coming face to face with this energy of like, where have you given the energy of money too much power over you? Right? What choices and decisions do you make out of fear of not having enough money? Right? Out of this scarcity mentality, how many of your decisions do you allow to be dictated by money? Right? How is money controlling you? Or you may be noticing, or there may be people dealing with somebody who tries to use money to control you. All right, and so there's a lot of energies around this right now. that some people may be working through. But in a larger context, for others, this is simply about taking our power back anywhere where we're giving away our power, right? Whether it's like we're giving our attention too much to something. Pete and I talked about this in the video we just did on the Hopi prophecy, right? This energy of giving away, of how our attention is our attention is our most valuable resource, right? And so where are you putting your attention? Who are you giving that energy to, right? Where is it that you're allowing someone or something to affect your reality, to affect your vibration, to affect your well-being in some way, shape, or form, and essentially allowing something to have power over over the self? And how can you take that back, right? And as you take that energy back, that this assists in this energy of coming more home to the self, coming home to the self. All right, anything else here for these dreams? All right. We have the internet and celebrity. Interesting. Embrace the fact that you are the world. Shine like the star that you are. But right off the bat here, I'm seeing somebody may be gaining some traction this week. As far as, like if you're somebody who is starting, say, like a YouTube channel or something like that, or you're on social media, or you're starting a podcast, something. This energy is really favoring that for people who've been considering that, like saying, yes, it's time to take that leap. And for people who have been in the process of this, you may really be beginning to gain a following right now. Or there's a lot of positive energy around you continuing to build and create that, because there's something powerful that is going to come of that. All right, and I put these down, and I got drawn back to the money card again too. So there may be a way to monetize that, or to receive some type of abundance. And remember, we don't receive, like, abundance comes in different forms. The abundance that I currently receive personally for the work that I do, the service that I do through YouTube, is the abundance of just the joy of connecting with you guys. Right? The inspiration that each of you provide me, that is abundance in and of itself. So there's lots of different ways that this abundance can come through, but I see people really making some breakthroughs with that, or really moving toward that, or being, even if it doesn't have to do with social media or the internet literally, it's like gaining recognition for something that you've done. Gaining whether it's some way that you're of service to the world. It's really what it feels like. Gaining recognition for that, or gaining confidence in that, beginning to see and understand the difference that you make in the world, right? And really beginning to embrace that whole understanding that we're working with these Pisces Aquarius energies, right? As we transition out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, where it's like we understand the interconnectedness, we feel that, but we also feel and recognize the beauty that we have, the individuality and authenticity that we hold within ourselves, right? So it's like you're really, people are really learning how to embrace their shine as we move through this week, and it's showing and it's being recognized, and you're catching people's eye in the outside world. And then with the party card, celebrate yourself. All right? And the computer under that, upgrade your mental software. So this is what we're talking about with the reprogramming of the mind and those belief systems that we're always talking about on here. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see. We're going to pull to close here a couple Wisdom of the House of the Night Oracle cards, just to stay with this night theme here. So let's see. Clear. What guidance do we have? What wisdom can we receive from the House of Night? From the Goddess Nyx. This is her deck. It's a really cool deck, especially for you guys who are a little bit gothic minded. You would really enjoy this deck. All right, first card out is Loyalty. get some more energy with that. That's card 33. Tell me more about that. All right. Ooh, deceit coming out after that. All right, I'm going to hold these cards up together. So right off the bat, especially like as I got called to hold these cards out together, I'm feeling the energy of envy or jealousy. And so this is where our shadow side may be coming out. And we're noticing where we are envious of another or where we are the object of envy or jealousy. And we know some of the shadier behaviors that tends to elicit sometimes in people, right? So it's very much the energy. If you are the person feeling envious or jealous, look at that energy. Understand where that's coming from. That's showing you something that you want. So instead of allowing yourself to vibrate lower by thinking resentfully of that person, right? Or coveting in that way that has that scarcity feel to it, right? That lack feel to it. Appreciate that person for what it is that they have. Be happy for them, right? Celebrate them instead of this energy of wanting to kind of pick them apart. Or, you know, when we get called into that lower vibratory energy, right? Shift that energy, turn that on its head. Allow that to show you what it is that you desire. Celebrate that person for having achieved that. And then focus on how it is that you can get that. How can you achieve that same thing? Is there something you can learn from them, right? And if this is the energy where you are the object of this envy, right? Which for people, especially with this energy we got of people with celebrity energy, right? And people really coming into their own and being noticed, allowing themselves to shine this week. If it's possible that because you are shining so bright and people are noticing you, it's attracting all kinds of energy, right? So it's attracting positive energy and it's attracting negative energy, right? From people who are envious and don't know how to shift that into a higher vibration. And so just continue to stand in your innocence. Continue to send it. Like, look how beautiful and pure and innocent she looks in this picture. All right. So continue to stand in your light. Don't allow any of this lower vibratory energy. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. Don't let it break you down. Don't let it, if people tend to lash out at you, or I feel like that energy of kind of people talking about you, you know, like gossip kind of an energy. Don't feed into that, right? Don't lower yourself to that level if you are the object of that. Simply look at that. The way that I trained myself to look at that energy as a younger person was simply to be flattered, right? Simply to be flattered that I was important enough that people wanted to talk about me, right? That I matter enough to you that I'm going to be the topic of your conversation. And so put it into, I had a little bit of a catty energy to that when I was younger. So don't leave it without the catty energy, you know, but just take it as a compliment. Like, okay, I'm doing something that's getting me noticed, right? There are people who want what I have. But be that example, be that compassionate example, right? Offer that, and maybe don't offer direct assistance to people, because if there are people that are in this like hater kind of an energy, it may be a waste of your time and you don't want them dragging you down with them, right? So maybe not direct assistance, but like continue to be that example and show people the way forward. Show them that they can achieve and they can have what you have if they're willing to do the things that you do, right? And to do them in a way that's uniquely and authentically them. All right, so just keep being that example and don't let it get you down. Don't let it get the best of you. And if there are people who are experiencing this energy of betrayal still coming in, right? That's there to teach you something as well. For some people, it's simply to teach you who it is that's meant to remain in your reality and who's kind of, what relationships have reached their expiration date. So don't take that to heart. It will happen. People disappoint us. People let us down. People, sometimes even people that we trust deeply, right? Like a betrayal, the word betrayal, it has a heaviness to it, right? Like you don't experience betrayal from somebody that you don't trust. It always, when you're betrayed, it means that you put your trust in somebody or something and it let you down, right? And so the first thing there that we can notice is we have the expectation that it wouldn't, or they wouldn't. If we didn't have that expectation, we would not necessarily have that disappointment, but it's hard not to have that expectation sometimes, or at least that hope and that desire. All right? And when people behave in a way that we hadn't anticipated, when they behave in a hurtful way, when they do abuse our trust, right? That's what it feels like, an abusal of trust, or disillusionment when we realize that we put our trust in the wrong person or thing. This isn't even just necessarily a person, even though these cards are personified. It could even be a system that you put your trust in, right? Some people in the greater world may be getting disillusioned as they realize that some of the systems that they trusted didn't have their best interests at heart. Imagine that, right? But yeah, it happens. It happens sometimes. All right. As we continue to move through life, and as we continue to have these experiences, our discernment gets a little better, and and we experience that a little bit less and a little bit less. But it's still going to happen from time to time. And so what can you learn from that? Right? How can you still show forgiveness and love and compassion, as well as clear boundaries and act out of a place of self-respect and self-love? Sometimes we get betrayed simply so that we can, one, learn the strength of our own hearts when we're able to continue to have relationships, right? Continue to make connections and not cause that to make us shut ourselves down, right? It teaches us our own strength. It teaches us a lot of things. All right, when we experience this energy. And it's going to be different for everyone, but just look for the lesson like we always do. Yeah, complicated. Card 11 popping out here. We got a 33 and an 11 here. So a lot of complex situations this week. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else here on this energy? Confidence. Yeah, see? Gaining confidence in the self. Knowing that regardless of how a situation shakes out, right? And that's why we always want to be on our best behavior. That's why we always want to be practicing compassion and forgiveness, because that closes out the cycle, that closes out the karma. It doesn't mean we're okay in what anybody said or did. It simply means that we're not allowing it to rent space in our head anymore. We're not allowing it within our energy. And we're not bringing down our own vibration by holding on to that negativity, right? But we're gaining it. If we can be confident that we conducted ourselves with integrity in a situation, that we showed up to the best of our ability, that we were loyal and trustworthy, that's all that matters. All right. And there's an incredible peace of mind that can be found in that when shit hits the fan, so to speak. All right. And so out of this betrayal, like we said, a new level of confidence within yourself is somehow emerging. This is also, I'm feeling like, have confidence in yourself and your ability to discern. So if you are sensing an energy that's not quite up to par, right? If you're sensing that something or someone is disingenuous, or that there's more going on than what you're being led to believe, trust your intuition on that. Then we have the Grove. And I believe that this is an energy of healing. Yeah. Don't allow your confidence in yourself to be shaken as a result of this. All right. It doesn't matter who we are. There are times when some people slip through our radar. All right. There are times when some people slip through our radar. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like there may be situations too for people this week, or throughout the rest of this wave spell. And some of this that I'm picking up on too could be dreams that are that are unfolding for people, that are revealing some subconscious material or things that still need to be addressed or worked on from the past as well. So this may not even be totally current energy. This may be within the dream space as well. But there's this energy of finding out that there was another woman. It feels like another woman, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a female. It could be either or. But I'm picking up on woman in some situation. In a, like a romantic, it's like a love triangle kind of situation that I'm picking up on. Where somebody didn't realize they were part of one, maybe. Or maybe they did. I don't know. Interesting. Maybe in some scenarios you did know that you were part of one. Maybe some people watching this were even the extra in the situation here. Is kind of the energy that I'm getting, which is really interesting. And now there's a lot of complex feelings and emotions going on here. Wow, yeah, I'm picking up on some interesting, this could be dream time, or this for some of you guys, you got some interesting stuff going on over this wave spell, where perhaps if you're in an open relationship, there's an energy of more feelings developing, or people, like, there was a situation was supposed to be a certain way, but now feelings and emotions are changing the tides and changing the way that people are interacting with each other, is almost the energy that I'm feeling. It's something like that I'm picking up on. And so if this is happening in your real life, then first of all, let me know, because that's super interesting. If this is happening in your dream life, then, like it said in the reading, put yourself in the position of each person in the dream and see what that each person's unique perspective shows you about yourself. All right, but it's almost that energy of like, and this doesn't necessarily have to mean like a third party, a knowing third party situation. Like I'm kind of picking up on that energy for some. It could for some be like you have feelings for your friend's partner. Or, I don't know, or vice versa. They have feelings for yours or something. I don't know. There's a lot of illicit, romantic and intimate love affair relationship that I'm picking up on for some of you guys. So I don't know. It's like, regardless, there's this feeling of being trapped, of not being able to express how you really feel or have what you truly want. And so I picked up letting go. I went through the moon cycles. And so there might be some releasing, or some people that have to extricate themselves from certain situations, or navigate some sticky situations this week, is what I'm feeling here. And so the moral of the story is, be true to what's true for you. Don't pretend that something's okay with you if something isn't, right? These are major lessons that we all learn as we learn how to develop our own sense of self-love and self-worth. Like, don't settle for less than what it is that you truly deserve. All right? And this, as far as that, like what I was just seeing here, that means like don't consent to something that you don't really agree to, right? Don't allow yourself to become party to a situation that doesn't feel right and doesn't resonate in your soul. Don't settle for having somebody halfway when you deserve to have somebody 100%. All right, if that's what you truly desire, which I think it is what many of us do. All right. And if somebody slipped in under the radar and they fooled you, they pulled a fast one on you, don't be too hard on yourself. It happens to us all, right? What did you learn, right? How can you have compassion for yourself and them? How can you practice forgiveness, and how can you move on with your head held high? All right, that's all there is to it. All right, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Clear. I hope that you enjoyed this very interesting reading. And confidence pulling up on the bottom of the deck again. So above all else, over this dream spell, you're meant to gain a deeper sense of confidence. All right? In yourself, in your path, in your ability. And I'm really feeling that deeper sense of self-worth. Really standing up for that. And for what it is that you deserve. So I support all of you guys 100% in that. If I can be of greater support in that process and you want to do some one-on-one work with me, please reach out to me. My information is in the description box below along with my email. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, drop a comment down below and let me know. And there are also links to donate if you wish to do so. You guys are amazing. Have a beautiful remainder of this wave spell. I'll talk to you soon.